Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me to a new episode of Music with Nick. I'm super excited. We got some prog, some progressive rock, some new progressive rock, and I would say even some prog metal, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm super excited. Thank you so much to SIDECAR for choosing this marathon, for sponsoring it. And thanks everyone for being here as well, for checking out the channel. Today, it said today was the channel's birthday. I'm not sure. I'm looking here at the YouTube. It says, hooray, it's your channel's birthday. You've come so far. Just imagine where you and your community will be next year. Keep doing you. Cool. I didn't know this. It's just like an achievement. You get like this little emoji with a birthday cake. So I didn't know that today, August 17th, was the birthday, but it could have been yesterday or something. But we did get to 72,500 today, so that's very exciting. So overall, great times. All right. So, thank you again. Like I said, SIDECAR, we're going to do your songs. And let's start it off with the rundown, like I always do. So we're going to start it off with Gentle Giant, Cogs and Cogs. This is from The Power and the Glory. From, let's see. Oh, mixed by Steven Wilson. This is the 2014 mix, but it's from, it doesn't say. I'll get back to you on that one. Blackfield, another Steven Wilson's side project, 1,000 People. Let me see. Have I heard this? Oh, no, I've not heard this. Blackfield, let's see. I have heard one album. I can't really say that I've heard it like completely, but the first one, 2004. And but no, we're gonna do the one from, it's called Open Mind, the best of Blackfield. Okay, cool. Then we're gonna do Flying Colors. We're gonna do All Falls Down from their debut, 2012. And then we're going to do The Tangent. This is called Tech Support Guy from the album Calm, 2011. And then we're going to do a live performance by Transatlantic called Black as the Sky. This is the official live video from the website called Inside and Out Music TV. And actually yesterday when I was checking out Liquid Tension 3, it used to be on Magna Carta, Liquid Tension. Now it's also on Inside Out Music. So that's the label. So I'm super stoked. We're going to get into it. Thank you so much. And one moment. Alrighty then, Gentle Giant, Cogs and Cogs. 1974. Cogs in Cogs. It's like a tongue twister. Here we go. the bass. Wow, it reminds me a lot of Kansas in this specific, like this specific album. Like maybe the keyboards or the I don't know, the licks that like I don't know. It sounds a little bit like Kansas, you know, to me. But also the singing is more operatic. And for some reason, it reminds me of Yes, but I know Yes is very, very different because and Yes, I guess, you know, it's just so much softer, the singing. It's not so, you know, the attack isn't so, I don't know, like, but the music here is, I mean, obviously very progressive, and but the bass is, I mean, but then again, and Yes, also the bass, you can't really compare them. It's like, it's so different. Yes, John Anderson's voice is very angelic. This is more operatic. It's just a stronger voice, but it's just the same, you know, I guess the same style, you know, the progressive rock of the 70s, but really cool. It's really interesting how the keyboard interjects these little notes, you know, and the bass and the guitar. The guitar here is very distorted, like for 74, but it could be wrong, you know. I mean, if you listen to Led Zeppelin 1 and 2, it's also very, very distorted, you know. It's just very good. And I love how also SIDECAR was very smart, because he started off with something that everybody knows, or at least most of you know, Gentle Giant, and then he goes into the lesser known bands that are also very, very good, but a lot of people are like, oh, Blackfield, what is that, you know, and then they don't click on it. Or Flying Colors, or like what happened when we did the reaction to Liquid Tension. Like, nobody knows the band, so they think, what is a Liquid Tension? Oh, I'm not gonna watch it, and then they miss like literally the best music of like the last 20 years. So yeah, so very smart by SIDECAR. Kudos. Let's go. Let's continue. So good. Oh man. I love to play this, but it's so hard to get people nowadays to come together and, you know, learn music like this. And this is still music that you can play with someone. You know, you don't really have to be, you know, you don't really have to know how to read or anything. It's not like Steely Dan, you know, where you know, got charts in front of you and stuff. This is still, you know, you just learn it, I guess. You just learn it by ear or whatever. You just figure it out and then you play. It's nothing that's too impossible to perform. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I might have to put an ad out on, I don't know. I don't really trust Craigslist. It's just like, I've tried, and you find musicians, but yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Well, let's continue with 1,000 People from Blackfield. Here we go. Some Steven Wilson infused prog. And I think the singer is I don't know the singer's name, but I think he's from Turkey or something. I could be wrong, but I'm going to look it up right now while I react to it. So here we go with Blackfield. Enjoy.
People yell, shouting my name, but I wanna die in this moment. I wanna die. And 1,000 people smile, smiling at me, but I wanna die in this moment. I wanna die. Stars, I find a place inside my heart. Some people can take a blow, won't ever drop, but I wanna die in this moment. I wanna die. She will tell me she loves me, but she won't ever stop, but I wanna die in this moment. I wanna die. A coldness in my soul, out for her to hold. And then I watch her close her eyes. It's only me that needs to cry. And if I stay with you, do you believe inside my heart? And then I watch you close your eyes. It's only me that needs to cry. 1,000 people yell, they're shouting my name, but I wanna die in this moment. I wanna die.
Very good. It's just like Blackfield. I mean, it sounds very Steven Wilson, of course, but it is also from the mind of I just looked it up. He's from Israel, Aviv Geffen, and together they're just. I mean, it sounds so Floyd-esque. It sounds so Floydish. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. It has like this, I don't know, this vibe. It's almost like later Pink Floyd, you know, like Momentary Lapse of Reason and The Vision Bell, that kind of Floyd, you know. I don't know, more acoustic with all the orchestration, beautiful like strings and keyboards there. It's just wonderful stuff. Very, very cool. Give me just one moment. All right, I'm back. I had to do something really quickly. And I just wanted to talk about Steven Wilson and Aviv Geffen. So Aviv he has his own solo stuff about, I don't know, there are almost 20 solo albums, and it says here over the years, Geffen's musical style has been influenced by rock bands like Pink Floyd, U2, Radiohead, Nirvana, John Lennon, Bob Dylan, etc. Right? And it says Geffen's piano and guitar playing is mainly influenced by Radiohead's Tom York. Cool. And Roger Waters. Geffen has often cited Bob Dylan and Roger Waters as major influences. I mean, yes, you can hear, I wasn't that far off. But again, I mean, Steven Wilson just sounds so Floydish already. So them together is perfect combination from music, All right. Well, this was a beautiful track. Very, very easygoing and just very, very... I love that it wasn't too proggy. It was just, just have some beautiful music. Here you go, So, okay. So now, Flying Colors. So that's going to get a little bit more proggy. But this is a shorter one. I've done like some 20-minute Flying Colors. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I did, I think, Infinite Fire. Yeah, this is from their 2012 album, and this is All Falls Down. Let's give it a listen. Here we go. A crazy combination of styles, because the vocals here sound almost like Muse. I don't know if you've heard Muse before. I'm sure you have, and then the style here, like Steve Morse is playing very Yngwie Malmsteen, like these arpeggios and harmonic minor scales. Very neoclassical. Sounding very cool style, but it also sounds like the double, the double bass. It sounds just very like power metal, very cool.
Wake up, chosen ones, stand up, fight for love. Well, as your treasure, so shall you become. When it all falls down.
very, very different. Just like it wasn't, it was more like, this was more like a straight up metal tune, you know? But I like it, you know? Really, really cool. You know, it sounded like more, it reminded me of my like Yngwie Malmsteen days when that's all I would listen to was Stradivarius, you know, as long as it had like, you know, neoclassical guitar, then it was, if it didn't have that, it wasn't for me. I didn't like it. So funny. But yeah, talking about Kansas, we're going to watch Kansas in, I guess, less than 2 weeks. They're coming to Denver. Can't wait. The same venue where we saw Alan Parsons' Project. Man, that's going to be good. I'm so super excited. And yeah, can't wait. Okay, now this is the band that I don't know. The Tangent. Tech support guy. I've never heard of these guys. Let's see what they got. 2011. Here we go. Ooh. I'm down.
Seconds for the first call to come through when the building lost the network on a Tuesday afternoon. Adam was already heading for the door to the SEH server room on the tech support floor. Today's not turning out as planned. His cell phone's really getting jammed. And there's a strategies meeting on the 43rd floor where the PowerPoint curtains ain't closing no more. They can't reach the network or the public shared drive, and in the finance office it ain't worth being alive. The marketing manager's pawn has frozen on his screen and his expression, well, it's forlorn. And in the end, they all just blame Adam for a fault in Detroit, a hemisphere away. But it's so easy to always blame Adam for a 7-point clusterfuck on a boring day.
Ooh, we're gonna have to go back there. But yeah, it sounds very much in the style of, like, it has, of course, that tull, you know, because of the flute. But it's like, if you look up the bands that are, you know, also fans listen to Neil Morse. Here we go. Transatlantic, Big Train, the Flower Kings. So it's like, you know, it's that PROG family. And this is really cool because I didn't know they're from Germany. Not this band, they're from England, but the label is German. The label, the music label, the Inside Out Music, that's from Germany. That's so cool. I had no idea. But yeah, this is super. Let's go back here because the sax came in, and when I pause like this very abruptly, I try to go back to get the full thing. Here you go.
Always blame Adam for a 7-point clusterfuck on a boring day. And after a call queue that lasts a few eons with others on hold like the Thames barrier flow, Adam is told that we've got a problem, and he calls his manager to let the world know. But there ain't no outage in the States gonna be any relief to the fellow inmates. And in the end, they all just blame Adam for an unknown problem that they don't understand. I've got no Google, they protested Adam. I need my Hotmail and YouTube to hand. But he camps in the woods at the weekends where the cell signal can't call his name. He zorps with his mates down some hillside where he's billions of miles from their blame. He does lighting poets and rock bands, and he even gets into their songs. On weekdays he's the support guy, the one you blame when it all goes wrong.
Beautiful, man. Goes back up at just before 4, but Alan works on for half an hour more, cause nobody rang to say that everything was fine, but some twat hit the fire bell, that's the end of the line. Alan has to empty out the floor, he's H&S for the area to add to the score, so in the end they all just blame Adam for stalling their meetings to call out their names. He makes sure but still they blame Adam for coating some biscuits and solid eggs. And in the end, they all just blame Adam for a fault in Detroit, a hemisphere away. But it's so easy to always blame Adam for a 7-point clusterfuck on a boring day. Very good. Very, very good. I'm just like trying to figure out these, like the band and who's in it, and there's so much information. But and I also read some it says here Tilson, so that's the leader, Andy Tilson, keyboards and vocals. And then Sam Bain, as well as members of the Flower Kings and Vandergraaf Generator, are in this band. So just to sum it up, this was very good. Very I love the solo, man, everything. It was just very, very good. So I wanna so I'm gonna pull up the screen before to react to Transatlantic, but I wanted to add something because we're already listening to all this great music, and I wanted to add some IQ for those of you who have not listened to IQ, but I will have to figure out which song, and maybe one that I've heard before, maybe one that I haven't, but I wanted to make a reaction with Alexia to IQ because, oh man, they're so good. But this was a good track, man. This was a lot of fun. It was just, also the lyrics were very good, but a lot of stuff going on in this band. Really cool, really, really interesting. So I'm gonna sit here so I can pull up the screen on this side. So just give me one moment. I'll pull up the screen. Poof, there we go. We got it. And Transatlantic, Black as the Sky. So this is the official live video. Here we go. And let's see what happens. Let's see what goodies they bring us here. Let's go. No. I don't even know what happened. It's almost like they wanted to put in a commercial and they said, nah, never mind, let's not do that. So, Neil Morris on the keyboards.
Like a fool
We'll see you again soon. Good night.
Of course, man, it was in Germany. Dankeschön in Köln. Oh, Cologne. Wow. That was amazing. That was super, super cool. I love that they all sang, you know, just Steve Morse, not Steve Morse. What's his name? Oh my God, it's Neil Morse. Jesus. Like there's so many Morse and, Steves and Mikes, and you know, there's so many. Like I get, especially when I do a video like in a one take like this. I mean, yes, I've stopped the video like 4 times, but now I had to stop it. I was like, okay, it's not Steve Morse, it's Neil Morse. So yeah, I just love the energy of all of the guys, you know, like literally Neil was jumping up and down, and you know, in the beautiful piano, like you know, the arpeggio section, that you know, really, really cool, very Dream Theater like, but also older stuff. I'm sure like Neil Morse is more inspired by bands like Emerson, Lake and Palmer and stuff like that, and Genesis, you know, but it sounds like more modern. And I think Mike Portnoy is just the perfect drummer for this band, and I'm sure he comes up with stuff too, you know, but really cool like drum sections that makes just everybody you know better, and they just bounce off each other. I love the section when they were all singing, everybody was playing amazing. It's just a good time, and I love these venues, like not so big, you know. I just love the feeling of, because everybody that's there is there because they love the band, you know. Because some concerts, you know, there's, I don't know, like they just go because to see, I don't know, I'm sure you know what I mean, you know, when you go to smaller venues, there's all these super fans there, and it's just a better time, you know, than like these super mega venues where like everybody just goes, you know, just to hang out, to see what happens. I love these specific ones way more. So I said I was gonna add something, so let me see, let me look at here. IQ, maybe we find one that's not so long, because the marathon has been going already. Let's do something of the early stuff that I know. Let's see, here from the 7th house. You know what? Dark Matter. Okay, let's do You Never Will. It's not too long, but yeah, this is from 2004, Dark Matter IQ. Here we go. Super improvised, by the way, this whole thing here. Okay, some Pink Floyd. It's like, okay. Very nice.
The moods of don't disturb. I'm on edge and then afraid I call for answers again and again. I keep on hoping that you'll do something real. Accept the consequence, but you never will. I may have squandered it, but what do I know? There's one good God above us, bad God below. I keep on hoping you'll remember me still. Admit I wasn't wrong, but you never will. And there's no way in a place of illusion, pale as glass. One never will.
So good.
Now as the shadows fall on All Hallows Eve, we spin our tangled web, learn to deceive. I keep on hoping that you'll do something real. Give in to influence, but you never will. And there's no way, anytime, any place, we'll meet again. One day, with eternal evasion, this will end. I'll stay, waiting the longest time until you come, but you never will. This kind of living death is made in the mind. I find with these restrictions, I'm more deaf than blind. No matter where I look, I'm under attack. Whichever road I took, I always came back. And there's no way, in a place of illusion, pale as glass. One day, one thing is sure, this too shall pass. I'll stay, waiting the longest time until you come, but you never will.
Fantastic. Fan-frickin-tastic. I remember this so well when I used to listen to this. Man. And this was in an age where you couldn't pull up everything, you know. YouTube, I guess, was just starting at that moment. So you had to really look, you know. And living in Mexico, trust me, it wasn't easy to get a hold of this music. But super happy, and shout out to Andy Edwards, who's on the drums on this. I follow him on YouTube. He's an amazing guy, very, very interesting, very smart, talks about music, and pretty much his room looks like this times 100, you know. And I started to follow him. I didn't really know that he was the drummer of IQ until he mentioned it. But the first video that I saw was his Alan Holdsworth video, where he basically says what I've been saying for the last years, that Alan Holdsworth was and will always be the best guitar player on this planet has ever, you know, seen. And if you don't believe me, then maybe watch his video and maybe you'll believe him. But a lot of you guys only know the 70s Holdsworth. That is a good thing, but if you really want to listen to Holdsworth, when he even believed that he was getting better, that's like I would say the 90s. And, you know, after The 80, like, well, even the 80s one, he's very critical of himself, but the 90s and further on, it's just an amazing thing to listen to, and you should check it out. But yeah, so shout out to Andy Edwards for making amazing music with IQ, and also if you want to check out his channel, please subscribe to him. He's super cool and very interesting. I always watch his videos. So if you see this, Andy, thank you. Subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so this was amazing. Thank you so much, SIDECAR, for requesting your tracks. I hope this was a good addition. I think it was perfect for these other bands, you know, Blackfield, Flying Colors, The Tangent, super cool, Gentle Giant. I think this was a great choice to make the marathon a little bit longer, but this was a lot of fun. Transatlantic, that track, so good. I hope you did enjoy, and thank you for being here, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next video.